Valedictorian, we thank you. And on behalf of students across the country, as a Coca-Cola scholar, we thank you. The ultimate dream. All students will go to college, enjoy a life of opportunities filled with unlimited possibilities. Students will work their hardest every day to ensure that they will have a better future and a better tomorrow. Well, reality is, this is unlikely. But what does it take to build a relationship between a teacher and a student that can ensure that maybe someone will have that possibility, will be able to pursue those dreams? What relationship between a teacher and a student will ensure college or beyond? When I was asked to do this, and I'm honored Mr. Williamson, I thought of three things: accountability, responsibility, and motivation. Accountability. As a teacher, teaching is essential. A student should learn every day when they enter your room. Setting this expectation will make sure that the student has and will always perceive that you are a teacher dedicated to their future. A teacher whose room you may walk into that does not have this set standard will not receive the same amount of respect. Responsibility. A teacher must be responsible for delivering knowledge. A very difficult task as a son of a teacher, and just as a son, getting knowledge is a pretty difficult thing. But for you, that will assist the students track after high school. What you instill, what knowledge you bring, what desire, what energy, what motivation you give will determine how far a student will go. Now, it's not all on the teacher. A student is responsible for learning, taking time, studying, reading, behaving in an orderly fashion, caring about their future, their education, their academic possibilities, and internal motivation. But the relationship that you bond is mutual. It is give and take, but it is also rewarding. And lastly, motivation. Now, this is the trick. Motivation comes from within, but also from pressure outside. Pressure from the teacher who stays on them without getting their homework in, or the teacher who spends time with them after school. Hours upon hours trying to get the ACT up, or just increase their knowledge base. But in some communities, and what you'll find in this community is that that's sometimes difficult, because the pressure is not normal. Pressure to conform because of poverty is much different than just from a peer. So responding to that type of pressure will be a little more difficult. But you can give dreams. You can chart a path towards those dreams. And then you can let go. You're not responsible and cannot be held accountable for someone who isn't motivated to do more, to do better. Teachers inspire and teachers motivate, teachers create. But you can't do it all alone. That's part of the mutual relationship. When I was here, I guess, no, this is my alma mater, we had two phrases that we always heard. One was from our Newport Steel partner. And it says, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And in this community, that means a lot. Because there's so much strife, so many things that seem disadvantageous towards people, that being told there may be something better, or that you can achieve something greater by a teacher, by a mentor, who eventually becomes a friend, you realize that you're not just sitting in the classroom learning English, math, you're not just learning music, but you're learning endurance. Endurance for a track that will be better. And the other phrase that we would regularly hear was when you go to college, or when you go to trade school, when you go and do these things. Because as a teacher, to hear that from you, a student is able to put themselves in that perspective. Is able to say, wait, they keep saying when so maybe let me look at myself at a trade school. Let me look at myself in a college classroom and behave accordingly. See, that is the power that a teacher has. And every student won't accept it. Every student won't go full throttle every day as hard as they can. But the teacher that can motivate one student one day to learn his colors, and another student the next day to learn her numbers. and the following year to have a student do both, there is progress. Standards will be set for teachers to meet, but you know the progress of your students better than anyone. And if you dedicate your time, your energy, and your effort, you will motivate one. You will help to provide a dream for at least one. And this one will be able to help others.